All right, welcome everybody to our new ambassador orientation. We are super excited for each of you who has decided to join this amazing company. My name is Monica Hollister. I'm a senior Ruby ambassador with Plexus, and I can tell you that Plexus has it's blessed our lives in more ways than I have time to go into right at the moment. But just trust me when I tell you that this is an amazing company and you guys have made a super smart decision in joining it. So whatever your goals are with Plexus right now, this orientation is gonna help you. We really just wanna help get your questions answered. We're gonna, first thing we're gonna do actually is walk you through the back office a little bit. Nicole's gonna do that for us. She's gonna share her screen so that we can just show you where to go when you want to, place an order or, when you're looking for some training, anything. She's going to walk you through that. And then we'll go over a couple more things once she's done with that. And our goal is to keep this to about 30 minutes, so we're not going to keep it for too long. But feel free to, should we have a question and answer session at the end, Nicole, maybe?
Yeah, so I think that's a good idea.
If you have any questions, just go ahead and write them down, and we will try to make some time for that at the very end. So Nicole is a gold ambassador with Plexus, and she is going to go ahead and walk us through her back office. So take it away, Nicole.
Hey, you guys. Thank you so much, Monica. I just want to repeat what Monica said. You guys have made such an amazing decision, not only for yourself, but for your families as well. This has totally changed both of our lives, and we wouldn't have it any other way. It's been quite the journey, and we can't wait to watch your guys' journey unfold. So I am going to go ahead and share the screen. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to look funky, but whatever, it is what it is. And this is your back office. So if any of you started as a customer, it's going to look a little bit different. This isn't the Shop My Plexus. I'll actually pull that one up too. This is the website that your customers are going to go to. Of course, it's going to take forever. So this is the actual back office that you are going to use as an ambassador. So I have it so it has my information saved because I'm the only one that uses this computer. So you just log in. And the first place it's going to take you is to your dashboard. And this is a dashboard. It has all of the pertinent information that you need right at your fingertips. So you've got your next steps. This is training. Your guys's is going to look much different. I just suggest that you go through and watch the videos. None of them are very long. They're all pretty short, and they just give a really good description of your back office, placing orders, all that kind of fun stuff. So you can go through your training. What I wanted to really focus on quickly is your qualifications box. This is the box that you are going to want to pay the most attention to. Now, I want you guys to note that I've got 3 green icons here. That's good. Green is good, red is bad. So your PV1, that is going to zero out at the first of every month. That's how much product volume has gone through your back office as of now. So as you can see, I have $561.95. That is from both myself, my order, and customer orders. So my goal is to just get over 500 a month so I can get the 25% commission. I don't really, in all honesty, I don't really worry too much about getting like up to 1,000, 1,500, anything like that, just because I want my customers to join as ambassadors. You know, it's the best price, and why not get a little bit more of a discount? So I just like to make sure I have enough customers that I make that 500 mark. And then AWH is your annual website hosting fee. So that's the $34.95 that you paid to join. That is a yearly price. I know it's really tough when that $34.95 goes through every year for your website, shipping department, customer service department, wholesale pricing. It's rough. This should never be read. If it is, you need to hop on and figure out what the biggest problem with this ends up being is you, like this happened to me last year when mine renewed, is my credit card that I had used expired. And I just never even thought to go into my personal preferences and change it. So I just had to go through and do that, and it pushed it through and it was fine. So that should always be green. That means you're an ambassador with Plexus. Now your convenience order. This I am going to talk about a little bit more. This is your monthly order that you want to have shipped to you every month. It's huge, you guys. Like we talked about in the challenge, and like I'm sure your ambassador has talked to you about, being consistent with the products is key. I cannot stress that enough. And the thing that you want to, is someone writing on, it's freaking me out a little bit. Please tell me that that's someone writing on there and not my computer is like crapping out on me, because that's a huge possibility. I'm pretty sure someone's just writing on there, and that's fine. It just scared me a little bit because I have kind of a possessed computer. So with your convenience order, you want to set that up. I'll show you how to do that in a second, but have it go through the same time every single month. The last thing you want is for your products, for there to be a lapse in your product. Number one, you're going to feel crummy. It's not going to be good for you, and you're just going to start over. So maybe you suffered with really low energy. It's going to feel like even worse than it did before because you're used to feeling good. So it's just super, super, super important to get that convenience order on there. I have mine set for the 15th of the month. That's when we get our big payday, and I don't even have to worry about it. It's really easy to edit. Like I said, I'll show you how to do that in a second. So I have different orders every month. I order different stuff. So I just hop on there like first of the month, go through, decide what I need, update my backup order, and then it ships without me having to think about it. I do that with my razors. I do that with my laundry soap. I do that with so much stuff, and the less I have to think about anything, the better. So make sure that all three of these are green, and you'll be good. I also wanted to point out your points. These are your pay points. You can talk to your ambassador a little bit more about the compensation plan, but this is our residual income. And then points outside your primary leg, as you're looking at the compensation plan, you'll see that as you're going up in your ranks, you need to basically have to have not just one person doing all the work. So like one person that's selling everything, they want you to have at least a few points outside of that primary leg. Again, I don't really want to get into it too much because it can get confusing. And then you've got your sponsor info. So if you ever go, I don't even know who my upline is, you can go right on there, and it's got a 3 deep. You can send them a message right on here. If you're not connected to them on Facebook, if you don't have their email or phone number, you can send them a message and it'll pop up right here and they can respond to that. So that's nice. And then you can add notes. It's just handy to have. And then order history. So this is where you're going to see all your different orders, and then the tracking numbers. So if you're like me and you're like, I need to know exactly when it shows up, then that'll be really nice for you as well. As well as if you order something on a Friday and it's the next Friday and you're like, what the heck? You can look and see where it's stalled out and then order a reship, or it's sitting on your front step and you forgot to look there. That actually happened to an ambassador of mine, and she was really mad until she looked at her front step and realized it had been sitting there for a week. So this qualifications box is what I use the most. And then coming up here, you've got all of your different tabs for all the different information. The ones that I'm going to cover tonight are reports, training, tools, and shopping. So in your reports, the ones that you're going to use, well, the ones that I use the most, I don't know if Monica is the same as this, but I use my detailed genealogy. That is all of my ambassadors. I can sort them. It's really, really nice. You can sort them by PV, by points, what their level is, their enrollment date, their renewal date, their next convenience order date. It's just super handy. And you can click on them, like we'll click on my mom. And I like to send out thank you cards to people, and this is the easiest way to find it, is you go into their order history, click on their order number, and it pops up their invoice so you can get their address. The other thing that you can do there is track their order. So like my mom will not get on here and track it herself, so I'll track it for her. And new ambassadors I do that with, just to make sure that I can, hey, your welcome pack arrived, I'm super excited for you type of thing. You're also going to keep an eye on your member summary. This is where you will find, I'm so sorry, my internet is so slow, you guys. All of your retail customers, your ambassador list, and your preferred customers. Now, I know Monica is the same way. I'm sure all of your uplines are the same, but with preferred customers, they get an auto ship as well. And I make it a point, it's my responsibility to click here, see when their next order is set to process, and then remind them. A lot of times they want to change it. I have a lot of my preferred customers that are like, actually, I want to upgrade to an ambassador. So thanks for reminding me. I wouldn't have even remembered. So you can just go on, click on there, and it'll show you when their last order processed, and you can just kind of touch base with them. So that's really nice. And then you can do the same thing. You can click on their order number and get their address as well if you need that. So the final thing is, and I'm not going to show that just because, your commission summary. We're always like, hey, commissions were posted. You click there and it'll tell you what your commission is for that month. So that's just kind of handy. And then moving on to training. I'm not going to spend a ton of time here because, you know, you can do it yourself. But I really encourage you to go through here and click on all of these and do the training. Y'all, we don't pay for this every month. Like, there's a lot of companies out there that you have to pay every month for your website and for this training and for all this stuff, and we don't. Plexus is so unique in that respect. They're so generous with their resources, their time. These are really professional, and they're really good. I strongly encourage you to check out Super Saturday. Super Saturday is something that Plexus does every January, the first Saturday of the year, and they bring diamonds throughout. I mean, they're all over the place, and it's just a day of training. So you can literally go to Super Saturday, get the exact same training that we all got without having to leave your house. So you just click through it, take notes, utilize it. I really think that you'll get a lot out of that as new ambassadors. I got a lot out of that as a gold ambassador. And then tools. Tools, your library is really huge. You've got your compensation area, success from home, the product price sheet. These are all things that I'll even save to my phone or to my desktop so that when someone asks, I don't have to go on here. I just have it saved and I can shoot it off to them. Business forms, pay portal, there's just, you know, it's a library. Pretty self-explanatory. Multimedia library, this is where you guys should be spending quite a bit of time when you're doing your training, like on your own. It's got all of these audio trainings by super successful diamond ambassadors. They're just really good. You've got the Plexus Journey video, which is really good. The Learn to Earn on the compensation plan, which is amazing. And then the Vision in both Spanish and English. So that's really nice as well. And then the best thing, which they rolled out after Super Saturday, is Shareables. Use this tool. If you don't use any of the other tools in your back office, use your Shareable tool. It's incredible. So you get to you know, like basically the dashboard of your shareables, and you have the winter catalog. I mean, you can share that digitally. I do that a lot for people that don't necessarily want a catalog, but they want to browse the catalog. I don't know. I mean, to each his own. And then you've got all the different products, the different promotions that Plexus has going on, and then the different tools. Our clinical studies are here, and the before and after tool. I really, really urge you to use these. What's really cool is you click on whatever it is that you want to share about, or you could do it by medium. For example, this is the best triplex video ever of all time. It's incredible. These are all professionally done. You can share it to your Facebook page, and when someone clicks on that video, they are directed, it brings them right to your website. It's amazing. So my one word of warning in regards to shareables is if you see someone else shareable on their page, don't share it because then all of your friends are going to be directed to their website. Yeah, that just doesn't make any sense. So do your own shareables. They're compliant. They're beautifully done. There's tons of different, you've got digital brochures, images, videos. I mean, there's so much downloadable stuff. You can share one thing from the shareables every day on Facebook, and it would take you over a month to share all of them. So it's pretty incredible. Like I said, if you get nothing else out of this but that, I did my job. So those are your tools. Now we're going to scoot over to shopping. Shopping is where you shop. The shopping cart is where you go to place manual orders. Let's say in your convenience order, you order the triplex. That's perfect. Well, then a few weeks later, you're like, you know what? I really want to try X Factor. That's where you would pop on here and just place a manual order. But your convenience order is what you really want to make sure is set properly. And I think the one that I have is set for the 28th because I was being funky. Yeah, so what you want to do, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And if you ever do delete it, you'll get an email saying that you deleted it. So they want to make sure that you know that you deleted your convenience order because it's a big deal. So then we're just going to go right back there and set up a new convenience order. We're going to make it unconditional. So this means that it ships out every single month no matter what. Conditional means that it only ships out if you have not had 100 PV go through your back office. So unconditional is whether you have 500 PV or 0 PV, it's going to ship out no matter what. Conditional is only if you're less than 100 PV. So keep that in mind as well. So we're going to make it unconditional because we want it to go out no matter what. And then we are just going to choose the triplex. Slim ProBio BioCleanse. I get this, well, I guess there's an actual triplex right there too. Then you add to order and checkout. It'll bring you like you're going to be placing an order. This freaked me out the first time when they changed it, and it freaked me out. It doesn't mean anything. Here is where you can edit your shipping information, edit your credit card information. You always have to enter your verification code, edit your confirmation email, and then edit your date. So if you're like, I can't believe I did that. I wanted to go on the 15th, not the 23rd. You go on there and change it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Asks if you really want to do that. Of course I do. Save changes. And that's it. It's so simple. I know I used to have ambassadors convenience order saved. Yay! I used to have ambassadors that were like, oh, it's got to be super hard and time consuming. And I suppose if you're shopping around and digging for stuff, it is, but it's really simple. So make sure y'all have your convenience order placed or saved. And if you do, like I said, you've got your order and package tracking here. That's the same thing that we have on our dashboard. My Plexus Print is where you can get a bunch of different stuff printed for you. And then reship request. I have had to use this once where my order just got lost in transit. We do use the United States Postal Service. It comes from Arizona, so things happen, you know, so that's really nice. You can just click that, you put your order number in there, what's going on, and they send out another order without charging you. So that's really cool as well. I think that's all I wanted to cover on the back office. Monica, did you have anything else on here?
No, not really. The only thing that I would want to point out is the fact that just to remind you that you can get paid commission on your own purchases. You don't have to have customers to get commission in Plexus. So if you have 150 PV, you're going to get commission on anything above 100. So anything, you're going to get 15% on the $50 if you had 150 PV, even if it's just your own order. So I think that's one thing that's really cool about Plexus is that you don't have to have customers or be working the business in order to get paid. So you might think that, you know, you don't need to pay attention to that. Maybe if you're not intending to work the business or something, but no, you can actually get a paycheck. And I know Nicole's parents, they don't really work the business, but they place a good size order every month, and they accrued quite a bit in their account actually, because they didn't realize that they had it there. I think a few $100s.
They had like $300 sitting there, and I'm like, you guys.
Yeah. So that's just from their own orders. So I just wanted to point that out just so you guys see how generous this company is, because most companies will not allow that. I mean, they're going to have enough stipulations on who gets commission to make sure that you're not getting paid just for buying your own products. So Plexus is pretty unique that way. But the thing that I wanted to talk about really quickly here, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it, but just the idea of not being afraid to share Plexus right away. Don't feel like you need a big story in order to share Plexus. If you feel like you need some testimonies to share, we have hundreds to choose from. And I realize that many people feel like, well, I have to have a story before I tell people about these products. I do understand. That's how I felt when I first started Plexus, but it wasn't very, I started sharing within my first week. So I definitely didn't have results, any major results before I started sharing, but I started reading testimonials and I started talking to my, my friends who were on the products, and I realized what I held in my hands. I mean, you guys don't know how many people around you are suffering right now with digestive issues, mental health issues, you know, they're looking to lose weight, cravings, all these things. And so why make them wait while you take, you know, it could be 3 to 6 months before you have an amazing testimony. And so don't feel like you have to do that. The best way to get started in sharing is actually to just go ahead and invite people to join you in this journey. Tell them that you're just starting it. Making your first post on Facebook, for instance, it can be as simple as, hey guys, I'm excited. I'm going to be trying Plexus. It's helped my friend, you know, if Nicole was your sponsor, it's helped my friend Nicole with, you know, her weight loss. And, you know, you can name off the things that the benefits that they had, and then say, I can't wait to see what it's going to do for me. Who wants to join me? It can be as simple as that. And they're not going to expect you to have a big testimony, because you're coming right out and telling them that you're new to this. And also, we have a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you don't have to worry about them not liking it and them being out money or anything like that. But I guarantee you, they're going to love the products. These products are incredible. They're effective. Anybody who's willing to give them more than a week or two is going to love them. Once you understand how they work and understand the fact that they really work from the inside out. So that was really the main thing I wanted to touch on. And don't feel like if you start to share, like you are on your own, don't feel like you have to know everything. Because yeah, you're going to get some questions. People are going to wonder, what is Plexus? You know, what are these products? How do they work? What's in them? They're going to start asking all these really scary questions, and you're not going to have an idea, you know, how to answer them. So have your sponsor go ahead and have your sponsor go ahead and help you answer those questions. So throw them into a three-way chat, and they will help you. You're not on your own in any way, shape, or form. They'll be happy to get on a phone call with you as well, and your potential. So you're not on your own. We are all here to help you reach your goals. And one of the things we really like to help everyone with is to not have this be a financial burden. We don't want this to be a financial burden for you, because we want you to be able to stay consistent on the products without it being a stress for you financially. And the best way to do that is to start sharing. And you're going to feel good sharing, because when people start to message you about how awesome they feel, or the health changes that they're starting to experience, you're going to see how fulfilling sharing these products really is. So that is what I had to share with you. And I think Nicole had one more thing before we wrap it up.
Yep. Yeah. And Monica's 100% right. Like, I've always been very active on Facebook, so it was super simple for me to hop on and just tell my story. And that's really all that sharing Plexus is just telling your story and sharing with your friends and family. So that is my how I want to wrap this up. How we want to wrap this up is just a quick call to action. We challenge all of you challengers to get on Facebook, get a selfie, say, I am super excited to have partnered with Plexus Worldwide. It has helped whatever it helped your sponsor with. It helped Nicole not be a crazy person anymore. You can even say that. I give you full permission, because it did. And post it on Facebook. Who wants to join me? And you are going to be so surprised when people want to just support you on this. The one thing that I wanted to caution you with is Facebook has crazy algorithms. There is a possibility people don't see your first post. So if you don't have a ton of activity on your first post, please don't do what I've had people do in the past and say, nobody wants to do this with me. Post it again at a different time of day. It's Facebook. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg is just off, doing whatever he does to make Facebook as amazing and crazy as it is. So if you post at noon and nobody says anything, they might be at work, or like me, trying to get their kids into, eating. So post it at 4:00 in the afternoon. Just don't give up. There's too many people that Plexus can help. And something that I always remind myself is, I have so many customers and so many ambassadors that said, thank you so much for sharing Plexus with me. It has changed my life. That if I don't share, I feel kind of icky. I feel really selfish. Like I'm sitting on this gold mine and I'm hiding it under a bushel, so don't be scared. We're all here for you. We're all here to cheer you on. I would love to have Facebook, you guys Facebook friend request us. We want to be able to hop on there and comment on your posts and tell you how amazing Plexus is, and really get you started well. Because like Monica said, the last thing we want is for this to be a financial burden. So why not get your products paid for? It only takes a few people that you help, even if you don't want to work the business. If you don't want to go to Maui, that's fine. If you just want your products paid for, we can help you with that. So don't be scared. I'm really excited to see your guys' first post. It's going to be amazing. And we do have about 10 minutes left. So does anyone have any questions? I'm going to go ahead and unmute everyone. Does anyone have any questions for us before we get off?
I do.
Yes, Trisha.
So today I watched a video by Sarah Marble, and she was talking about a launch party. And I'm just wondering, does anyone recommend a launch party versus just that one-on-one FaceTime? Not FaceTime as in iPhone FaceTime,
right.
But
we mean what you know.
Yeah, individual. I lean toward just one-on-one, but that's because that's how I'm wired. I don't want to go to a party with 15 other ladies. So I just wondered, is there one approach that works better than another, or is it too soon to do something like that?
I don't know. Is that for me? No. it's
No,
not. Okay.
I think it was.
I would say, can I answer now?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
All the noise was throwing me off. I would say get that scheduled as soon as possible. And one-on-one meetings are awesome. You want to do those too. There's nothing wrong with those. Often launches, when you start to invite, say you invite 10, 15 people, it's not uncommon that you're going to have 3 to 5 people show up.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's really, I think that's a great number. I actually try not to have too much more than maybe 5 people in one location for the smaller in-home type events. That's just a really good way to introduce it. It can be more personal. You can help each person figure out what products are going to be best for them, although typically it is the triplex. I mean, 99% of the time you say the triplex, that's how you want to start.
Mm-hmm.
But no, those it's good for you because it's time efficient. Obviously, you're talking to more than one person at a time, so it's a better way to get some momentum going. And then also, having that just other people excited about it and seeing how the products can really address the issues of so many different people. I mean, that's really good for building belief as well. So there's a lot of really good things. And it also shows people that you're serious about what you're doing. When you actually have an event and you're willing to put yourself out there like that, that shows them that you're serious. And I think that's important as well.
Okay.
That's I agree with Monica 100%. I think it would be amazing to have a nice launch, and you can make it super cute and, just have your friends over, and your ambassador can come over and explain the products for you. And then, as people are wanting information in the future, have those one-on-ones. If they can't make it to your launch, schedule a one-on-one coffee date with them. It's the best way, if you are looking to grow your business, you have to kind of use all the different avenues. Have a sip and see every few months. Do coffee dates as often as you can. They say the more full your planner is, the quicker you're gonna move forward. So have coffee dates scheduled, have phone conversations scheduled. And yeah, you're 100% right. I love how you said that's not how I'm wired, with the understanding that other people are. See, I'm just like you. If I can do it like here on my couch and not have to go anywhere, I'm all for it. Yeah. I'm wearing pajama pants right now, y'all. And I'm perfectly happy with that. But not everyone's like that. I have friends that go to the different network marketing parties because they like that.
Right.
They enjoy the interaction. And it's not that I'm saying I don't like interaction. It's just not what I would rather do.
Right. Okay.
So you have to kind of know your audience as well. Maybe invite the more blue collar personalities, the ones that enjoy that, to your launch, and then reach out individually to the ones that are more like you. And then having online Zooms is super easy because you don't have to go anywhere. You can just hop on your laptop and get the same information. So yeah, I would just play with it, and you might enjoy doing sip and sees.
Okay. Can I ask another?
Sure.
Okay. So I liked the 7-day challenge. It drew me in because of that daily interaction. Well, not interaction, but the daily contact with the video. That it kept me moving. It kept me thinking about Plexus and thinking about what I was working toward, even just with my own using the Slim. But then I felt safe, and safe as in it's a long story why on earth I would need to stay home and feel safe, but I did. So,
I understand completely.
So so my sponsor is Janelle Johnson, who is, I think, almost 2 hours away. I don't know of anyone in my area who uses Plexus. I'm sure there are plenty, but is it okay then for me to do a sip and see without my sponsor?
That's actually what I was going to jump in at the end. Before you threw the second question in there, I wanted to tell you about Wendy, our Diamond Up line. She was sponsored by, she was like the first person in Minnesota, one of the first people to really run with Plexus. And her sponsor is Kristen Abart in Tennessee. And so she did her first launch by herself. And she will tell you that she stood in front of the room and paged through the catalog and stood sideways paging through the catalog. And she laughs at herself now, but you know what? She had great results from that first meeting. It can be super simple. You do not have to know everything.
Just going off of that too, you got your success kit. So when Wendy started, we didn't have that fancy schmancy success kit that y'all got.
Sure. Okay.
You have the product cards that you can read off of. That's what Kaya does when we do our presentations up in Isani, is she reads the product cards, which is genius because that's what the company gave you to use to grow your business.
Okay.
So absolutely do your own. Don't even worry about that. And with the 7-day challenges, we're doing those every month. So if you really like that and you thought someone, you've got a handful of people, and this is for everyone. If you have a handful of people that you are like, oh my gosh, they're going to love it, but they're wary because there are a lot of companies out there say, you know what? My team is doing a 7-day challenge. I'd love for you to do what I did and hop on for a week. You'll love it. And there's your story. You've all experienced the 7-day challenge, so you can say what you loved about it and then invite them. It starts April 17th, so the day after Easter. And it'll be exactly like what you guys went through with different live videos.
Do you recommend a point of invitation? Like I'm probably overthinking it, but okay.
Simmer down now.
I see where you're going with that though. Like I do tend to like to wait a little bit to start inviting people. Although you could have people buy the 30-day and they can still get involved in that challenge.
7-day challenge.
Yes, exactly. Okay. So if they are wanting to get on board right now, but they're also interested in that challenge, go ahead and just have them buy the 30-day bag of Slim, because then they also have the money back guarantee, which they don't have with the trial. So that's one thing to keep in mind.
Okay.
I think we are out of time. We're about